Welcome back to GTU, an unforgettable 2-week-long scavenger hunt at Utah Lake.
Sam Brager is back on the show to share more about the big event and how you can get involved coming up in just a week or so. Yeah. How's Utah Lake going right now?
Things are going well. I mean, a lot of people think of Utah Lake like it was maybe 40 years ago, but really there's a lot of great improvements that have been happening over the years. And one thing our agency, the Utah Lake Authority, works diligently at is trying to educate people about those changes and try and get people to learn about Utah Lake as it is today, which is where the scavenger hunt comes in. So if I may, it's a fun event. I wanted to get on some of those details for you guys. It's coming up soon. It's August 23rd through September 6th. It costs only $10 to register your team. You can go to just utahlake.gov. There's a pop-up that'll pop up right away and takes you right to the right link. And the way it works is you can have up to 10 people on your team. You sign up, you complete a whole bunch of different missions. There's over 150 that you can choose from. And these range from things you can do online, like trivia questions, to activities you can do at home, like craft activities, which my girls love doing the June Sucker. I think when I came on last year, we had June Sucker hats. That's actually one of the missions as well this year, featuring that fun tradition at the lake. So as they complete these missions, they can also complete some down at the lake. Like one of my personal favorites is you have to get all of your team members, as many as you can, onto a single paddleboard on the water and take a picture for proof. And whoever has the highest one gets some bonus points for the most team members on that.
And if you fall in a couple times, it's okay.
Yeah, right. You just get right back out and keep going. What was that?
Do you want to see those pictures?
Yeah, we want to see those too. Those are great too. There's a lot of fun, and there's some silly ones. Like, I think one is they have to imitate Bill Murray from What About Bob, where he gets tied to the sailboat. And you have to yell out, "I'm a sailor, I sail." So it's a lot of fun and silly, and just a really cool way to learn more about the lake.
And so there is a prize at the end of this, right?
There is, yeah. So we try and make the whole event from start to finish. It starts August 23rd, runs through the 6th, so about 2 weeks. But we actually have fun things all throughout it. So I actually brought some stickers for you guys.
Good.
So these show, I don't know if they'll show up on camera or not, but we've got a variety of designs. So like some are our logo, others say things like Utah Lake is my lake, explore more. So this is just a fun little packet for you guys.
Well, thank you.
But those are actually an example of one of the missions where they can actually go out and find caches of these hidden stickers to collect stickers, and our designer makes new ones that they can go out and pick.
Oh, so caches of stickers like hidden down by the lake.
So that's we have about 5 or so.
Easter egg hunt with stickers.
Yeah, exactly. So those are a prize during it. We also give away some different prizes throughout the event as they accomplish more missions. And then the real kicker is the grand prize.
What is it?
So as I mentioned, you can have up to 10 people on a team. The grand prize is based off of a raffle. So the more missions you complete of those 150 plus, you get more entries into the raffle.
Right.
The winning team from that raffle gets an inflatable paddleboard for every single team member.
That's up to 10 paddleboards if you have
really
10 people.
Cool event. Yeah.
That's super nice. And life jackets too, right?
Yes. They'll have life jackets, they'll have paddles, the leash that goes on your ankle, everything will come with the kit for you.
It's so nice to have the inflatable ones because then you don't need a truck to bring them to the lake. You can just put them in your car and go.
Convenient.
Utah Lake is my lake. I grew up next to Utah Lake. Why is it important to do things like this scavenger hunt to get people excited about it?
You know, I really love that you brought that up because I actually grew up in Utah County as well.
Yeah.
I'd only been to Utah Lake a couple of times, but I feel like I thought I'd heard every bad story about the lake, and then I started working at the lake 8 years ago.
And you heard more stories.
And more and more and more. And so this event is a good example of something our agency does because we're really working to try and help us as residents overcome our perceptions about Utah Lake. Our executive director likes to joke that Utah Lake is the Danny DeVito of lakes. Now, it's never going to be Brad Pitt, right? It's not going to look that way. But we love Danny DeVito for what he is, right? He's got a little bit of crazy hair, but he's wonderful and he's hilarious. Utah Lake is unique in that way, too. It's never going to be Lake Tahoe or some of these other water bodies that people might think are more desirable. But we can love Utah Lake for what it has. It's very close to home. There's 28 public access points, most of which are free. There's a lot of great events and programs there. It has a lot to offer.
That's such a great comparison.
So 100 miles, you know, this is the span of the lake.
Yeah.
How has it really changed over the years? Like, what are some of the great things that's happened?
Great question. So we're at a really unique time right now at Utah Lake. We kind of describe it as the last 10, 20, 30, 40 years have been phase one of helping the lake recover because there really were a lot of bad things that happened at the lake. And we're at this crucial time right now where we're going to be shifting hopefully into phase two of further advancing the improvements. But in recent years, we've seen Phragmites, which is an invasive weed at the lake, be cut by about 70% on the shoreline. We've seen carp populations go down by estimates anywhere between 50 and 70% from when they started over a decade ago. We've seen a lot of new trails come in. There's over, I think it's almost 15 or 20 miles of trail at the lake, and we're working on a plan to go all the way around. There's been access points that have opened up, marinas have been enhanced. There's a lot of really great work happening to try and improve the ecosystem, to provide public access, and improve the lake for current and future generations.
So if you think you've seen Utah Lake, maybe you haven't seen it now.
Yeah, there's a lot that changes every year. I like to joke, if you go today, it's going to be different 3 years from now. So it's great to get down there. The Scavenger Hunt is just a real fun way to be able to learn about what it's like today.
All the information right there on the screen again. It is August 23rd through September 6th. Don't forget, if you go online and you register, you will be entered to win that paddleboard.
You need that app, right? The Goose Chase
Yes,
app.
yep. It'll download through the app. It gives you all the details when you register. You can sign it up. You can send invitations to people, even that don't live here in Utah, because they can do some of the online ones.
150 missions, right? And a lot of those online. Hey, thank you so much for being here.